In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college football games happening on September 1st, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Ball State versus Tennessee. Week 1 of the college football season is upon us, and it brings non-conference action when the MSC travels to the Volunteer State to face a program from the SEC. The Ball State Cardinals are on the road as they make the trip to face the Tennessee Volunteers Thursday night. Ball State finished the 2021 season 6-7, though their season ended with a thud as they were drubbed 51-20 by Georgia State in the Camellia Bowl. Tennessee ended the 2021 campaign 7-6, and their season ended with a 48-45 defeat to Purdue in the Music City Bowl. This marks the first time that the schools have met on the gridiron as FBS opponents. Ball State is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 non-conference games and 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall, while the under is 3-0-1 in their last 4 Thursday games. Tennessee is 12-25 against the spread in their last 37 home games and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games against the MAC, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 non-conference games. Last season, both teams were brutal against the spread. Tennessee is 12-25 in their last 37 home games, which includes 2-5 in their last 7 games. Ball State is 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 September matchups. The Cardinals are also 1-5 in their last 6 games. The trends are not great for either team entering the first game of the season, but I think it comes down to quarterback play. With Hooker at the straightened spot for the Volunteers, he has been in many raucous environments, including the school he transferred from, Virginia Tech. On the other hand, Ball State's Paddock has been featured in previous games as a backup, but not as the true number 1 player. The problem for Ball State is that they're putting in a new quarterback who hasn't seen very much playing time and have some work to do to be able to keep up with this Vols team. Tennessee brings back a ton of pieces from a team that hung around with some of the best the SEC had to offer last season and have a dynamic offense that can hang up points in bunches if you're not careful. Tennessee has too many weapons as Rocky Top will be bouncing on Thursday night. I just don't see Ball State keeping this one close whatsoever, so Tennessee to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Ball State finished last season with the under cashing in 9 of their 13 contests. That included each of their last 5 games in the regular season before going over the mark in the bowl game loss. On the flip side, Tennessee saw the over hit in 10 of their 13 games, including each of their last 6 contests. Their lowest total in that 6-game stretch was 58 points, and they went as high as 93 points in the Music City Bowl with Purdue. We know that Tennessee can pile up points, seemingly at will, and facing a Ball State team trying to replace 7 defensive starters is like catnip to a kitten. Tennessee loves putting points on the board, especially at home. Last season, the Volunteers averaged 40 points per game in their 8 home contests. Tennessee should feel and go beyond that total against the Cardinals. Ball State averaged 28 points on the road last year that included games away from home at Penn State and Wyoming. Tennessee should blow past the 40-point mark, and this one winds up just going past the total thanks to some garbage time scoring. This game should have loads of scoring in it. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. VMI Cadets versus Wake Forest Demon Deacons. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons and VMI Cadets square off Thursday night in Week 1 college football action from Truist Field in Winston-Salem. The VMI Cadets come into the 2022 season looking to rebound from a disappointing 2021 campaign, where the Cadets finished at 6-5 overall, including a 4-4 mark in SoCon play. The season started with optimism at 6-2, but 3 straight losses to close the year doomed the Cadets and sealed their fate. Seth Morgan is back at quarterback after throwing for almost 2,200 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 11 picks last season, while Corey Birdie will once again lead VMI's ground attack after putting up 668 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns last season. Stone Snyder is expected to be the anchor for the VMI defense after logging 120 tackles and 11 TFLs last season. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons will hope to build on the program's most successful season in 15 years and their best under Dave Clawson after finishing the season at 11 7-3, including a 7-1 record in Atlantic Coast Conference play to win the regular season Atlantic Division title and earn a spot in the Atlantic Coast Conference title game, a game the Demon Deacons lost to Pitt by a final score of 45-21. Wake received an invite to the Gator Bowl, where Wake Forest took out Rutgers by a final score of 38-10. Sam Hartman is back in the Demon Deacons program, but he is currently out indefinitely with an undisclosed issue, leaving the offense to quarterback Michael Kern. But if and when Hardman's able to go, the job at QB1 is his. The Deeks have a solid pair of RBs to aid in the ground attack, with Christian Turner and Justin Ellison combined for over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns last season, while at Perry returns for Wake Forest receiving group after putting up almost 1,300 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns on 71 catches. Taylor Morin and Keshawn Williams are also back after chipping in 70 combined catches and 8 touchdowns last season. On defense, the Demon Deacons lost leading tackler Luke Masterson, but second leading tackles Rena Smith is back after putting up 83 tackles, and Eldrick Robinson transfers in from Georgia Southern after chipping in 74 tackles last year. Rondo Bothroyd anchors Wake's defense line with 16.5 TFLs returning, while Kobe Turner transfers in from Richmond to strengthen the defense line. I can understand why some people may scratch their heads at this line, with Sam Hartman out of the lineup. However, Michael Kern is a capable backup with a litany of receivers at his disposal, and while VMI is a decent FCS squad, this is still a Cadiz group that has trouble when making the leap in competition to play FBS teams, as they had issues stepping up to Kent State last season with a 60-10 loss and a 56-17 loss to Marshall in 2019. I think Wake Forest uses this game as a tune-up to work out whatever kinks they may have and to give Kern a shot to loosen up and get comfortable. So Wake Forest to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Penn State versus Purdue. The Purdue Boilermakers will host the Penn State Nittany Lions in the season opener for both teams. This is a Big Ten conference game. Penn State leads the all-time series 15-3-1 straight up. These programs have not met since 2019, when Penn State won 35-7. The Nittany Lions have also won the last 9 head-to-head meetings dating back to 2004, before most of the players who will decide this game were even in preschool. The Nittany Lions are 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 conference games and 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 games in September. The Boilermakers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 conference games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The under is 6-1 in Nittany Lions' last 7 games overall. The over is 4-1 in Boilermakers' last 5 games overall. The Nittany Lions are 3-0-1 against the spread in their last 4 meetings in Purdue. This should be a great game to watch on the opening Thursday of the year. The Penn State Nittany Lions are getting all the hype in this game because of their returning starters and their name brand. Many believe this is going to be a big year for the Nittany Lions. However, the Purdue Boilermakers have been an improved program over the last few years, and the talent level has improved. O'Connell is far from a pushover, and the Boilermakers' defense could surprise some folks. This is a big opening contest, and it can be tough to start the season in a tough environment. Purdue should be up to the ask to make this thing competitive. Penn State has the slightly better talent, but Purdue had a very successful season last year and will be at home. Can the Penn State offense be better than last year? Will Purdue continue their great passing attack? I'm taking the home dog in a big Thursday night spot, so the Purdue Boilermakers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. These teams have solid punters, as Penn State averaged 44.5 net punt yards, while Purdue had a net of 36.7 punting yards. Both secondaries have been doing well throughout last season and are returning a bunch of starters this season, so they should control the game as well and limit points. The under is 9-2-1 in their last 12 games against each other, including 4 of the last 5 at Purdue. Penn State played to the under in 10 of their last 13 games last season, and Purdue saw 8 of their 13 games fall below the total. With this being a conference game to open the season, I expect both teams to start the game conversation. Purdue also will have a bit of a difficult time putting up a lot of points, as their mostly dimensional offense will be operating without Aiden O'Connell's top 2 targets from last season. With this being the first game of the regular season, both defenses are going to be ahead of the offenses. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.